Let's go ahead and start removing the grille from the bumper cover assembly. To do that, you're going to find 3 push clips coming across the top. You'll have one in the very center, and then one on either side, very close to the headlamp. The one on our passenger side is missing. To remove each of your push clips, generally you just come to the center, lift that up and out, which will unlock the outer portion. After that, you can lift up the outer portion as well. Now we can carefully grab onto the grille. We'll start rolling it up and lift it away. Looking at the back side of the grille, on each side you're going to find that you have these hooks that come down. That's why we had to roll it and lift it up. Now with the grille out of the way, let's continue on to removing the front bumper cover. We're going to come right up here and you're going to find 2 10mm headed bolts. There's one here and there's one on the other side of the vehicle. Remove the pair. Now that we have both of those bolts out, you're also going to find that right in the center, you have another push clip. Don't remove that yet. We're going to save this for pretty much the very last step. With that said, let's carefully get under the front of the vehicle. Inside of each of your wheel wells, you're going to find one 10mm headed mounting bolt that holds the corner of the bumper cover to the body of the vehicle. Go ahead and remove each of those mounting bolts. I'll do the same on the other side. Once you have the other side corner out, make your way under the front of the vehicle. All the way across the front here, there should be a splash shield, a nice plastic shield, and generally that's held in place with either push clips or even mounting screws. Ours is already missing, so I can't take it off to show you. Other than that, we're just going to continue on to removing the mounting bolts that I can see that are still holding the bumper cover to the vehicle. Separated. Now that we have all the mounting hardware off of here, in exception of one push clip, make your way back to the wheel well, that corner that you removed the bolt from. We're going to carefully get in between this area. Being extremely careful not to pinch our fingers or damage the bumper cover, let's carefully give this a little tug to separate it from the body. I'll do the same on the other side. Let's carefully start removing our bumper cover, keeping in mind that there still is wiring on the back side. Behind each side of the bumper cover, you're going to find where your fog lights are. We're going to squeeze on the tab right here. Once you squeeze that, you should be able to remove the wiring from the bulb. Give that wiring a quick inspection. Assuming there's no funny colors, go ahead and set it aside. Now I'll do the same on the other side. Now let's carefully remove our bumper cover from the vehicle. Let's make our way to the back side of the headlamp assembly to where the wiring connects into it. We'll go ahead and grab onto this. We're going to give it a wiggle and try to remove it from the bulb that's located inside the assembly. Give that a quick inspection. Make sure you don't see any funny colors. Set it aside. Okay, let's go ahead and get this headlamp assembly out of here. You're going to find 4 10mm headed mounting bolts. One in the lower corner, 2 up along the top, and 1 that was hidden down along this area. This part of the bracket's broken, that'll fall right off. I'll leave this one loose. Now we can make our way right back here. We'll grab onto this bulb assembly, give it a twist, give it a quick inspection, set that aside. There it is, friends. Okay, friends, let's get ready to install our brand new headlamp assembly. While we're installing a brand new headlamp assembly, we're also going to put in a brand new headlight bulb. I'll go ahead and turn this around to the back side here. On the back, you're going to find that you have a rubber protective boot. Go ahead and grab onto that, pull it aside. Underneath that, you're going to find a metallic clip. You want to press that in and lift it up and pull it back. Now we're going to go ahead and take our brand new headlamp bulb. Be careful not to touch the glass. Any oils that might be on your fingers or gloves is going to potentially weaken or lessen the life of the bulb. Let's take this and put it in position. Once you have it so it's facing like this, we're going to continue with our locking clip. Should slide right over. Now this little piton right here needs to slide underneath this hook. So I'll carefully press it down. That's forcing the bulb into the assembly, and then I'll press it in. At this point, I heard it click in, and I can tell that this tab is completely locked in. You want to make sure it is so the bulb can't wobble around on you while you're driving down the road. After that, go ahead and put on your protective boot. The area right in the center is where the bulb's going to slide through, and this outer aspect goes right around the assembly itself. Make sure you press it in as far as you can so no moisture or debris can make its way into the headlamp. That feels good. Let's get this in the car. Now, as we come over to the vehicle, I want to point out this area right here. You can tell it has a cog on it. That cog is the adjustment for your bulb. So once we have everything installed and you turn on your headlights, you want to check that beam. If it needs to be adjusted up or down, come right here and turn this clockwise or counterclockwise accordingly. Let's move along to our directional bulb. We're just going to slide this in, and as we start turning it, you'll notice it wants to set in. Once it sets in so it's flush, twist it until it's locked in position. That feels good. Let's go ahead and take this and slide it up and into the vehicle. As we bring it up, we're trying to bring these ears up and over the body. Once all your bolt holes are lined up, get ready to mount all of the mounting bolts. Time to plug in the wiring harness on the back here. Let's take that bumper cover and we're going to carefully start putting it up towards the vehicle. Now the next thing I like to do is plug in my fog lamp assemblies. So I'll just make my way right in here. Find my electrical connector. I'll make sure that I have my locking tab facing out and away from the bumper cover, and then gently press it up and in. Listen for a click, give it a tug, do the exact same thing on the other side of the vehicle. Now we can carefully start sliding this into position. We'll put in our center push clip. Now we're going to take the corner of the bumper cover and bring it up and over the headlight assembly. Should want to fit right in there. Once it's up there, I'll go ahead and press it in. Make my way down here, line this up, and press this in as well. Once you have the bumper fully aligned, continue on with your bumper mounting bolts. And now, do the same on the other side. Now let's attach our wheel well to this. We'll just line up our mounting bolt holes and slide it in there. Make sure that's nice and tight. Now let's go ahead and follow this over and start putting in the rest of our mounting bolts. Now at this point, you can continue on making your way down the line, putting in all of your mounting hardware. All right, so once you have the wheel wells done and the bottom done, make your way back up top. We're going to start in both sides mounting bolts. Once each of them are started in there, you can go ahead and snug them both up. There's that one. I'll finish up the other one. Let's get ready to install our grill. If you were to look at the back side, you're going to find that you have your 3 mounting holes for your push pins. Let's go ahead and take this and we're going to line up our alignment hooks here with the areas on the headlamp assemblies that it fits into. Go ahead and slide it up on there. Do the same on the other side. Once both of them are lined up, you should be able to press it down, line up all of your push pin holes, and continue on with your 3 push pins. Let's put in our push pins going all the way across. All right, go ahead and turn on your lights and make sure they all function properly. This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the axis point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have one. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.